Well, good morning. What makes more sense to buy? XRP or HBAR? Both projects are built to scale. Both claim to be the future of finance, but both do very different jobs, perform very different functions. Which might I like long term? Not sure. Why don't you stick with us here? Guys, welcome back to Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. Please do be kind enough to tap that like and subscribe down below and understand I'm not a financial advisor. None of this information is to be taken as financial advice. It's for informational purposes only and sometimes a little education, maybe a little entertainment. Okay, now that we got all that out of the way, today we are discussing the difference between XRP and HBAR. Now let's look at XRP first. Powers the XRP Ledger, as we well know. Its main job is to move money, is to move value, tokenization as well. Instead of days, it takes seconds, typically 3 to 5 seconds. Fees are less than a penny. XRPX, of course, as the bridge asset, converting any currency into another. That removes the need for banks and to hold capital, about 27 trillion in what we call Nostro Vostro accounts, building rails for payments. Tokenization is also live. DEX trading is built into the ledger. So XRP aims to power finance. Okay, now let's look at HBAR now. It powers the Hedera network, not a blockchain. It's using Hashgraph technology, a gossip system plus voting. Okay, this allows for very fast networking, strong security and data flow, but the focus is different with HBAR, of course, just a little bit. It's for enterprise use. Supplies chains, data records, identity, and tokenization. Major firms sit on the council, as you well know, like Google, IBM, and Boeing, to help guide the network along. Got some big players on the board. So it aims for compliance, okay? Here's the key difference now. XRP moves money for banks. HBAR powers enterprise net, okay? That's different. They're different. The other one is data infrastructure, essentially. The other is moving value, okay? Which one to buy? This is all opinion. I could never tell you what to buy. I'm not a financial advisor. Cross-border payment demand, if that's your thing and you think that's a big need in the world, and liquidity, it means XRP usage of the ledger. You think that's a big need? The system's going to grow? That's it. Now with HBAR, enterprise, that's a big piece. I mean, enterprise's identity and data and things like this are monstrous for the world's systems. So payment rails or data and identity and so forth. Which one? You just kind of take your pick which lane you want to be in. That's my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor, and I could never give financial advice. What? Yeah, or both. Studio suggests both, but, you know, we couldn't really tell anybody what to buy because we're not financial advisors. So we can simply say what we do and what we like, and what we like is both. So I always agree with Studio. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's awesome. Lehman Baird's awesome. He's the best. I mean, listen to Lehman Baird talk for just a little while. He's freaking fantastic. And so is Mance Harmon, those two from HBAR. But you take your pick. We're not financial advisors. You can never give financial advice. It is up to the individual. And what I always suggest is do your own research in crypto. You must always do your own research, because to listen to somebody, I have people who have purchased XRP per my suggesting it. And, you know, I don't know, right before the Trump pump or so, they've said that, no, I had sold it. And I thought, well, okay. I completely get it. Don't think I don't understand people selling, dumping it. Look at, yeah, we got to get real, okay? We're XRP people. Look at the channels, XRP centric. I mean, come on. We're XRP folk here on the channel. We're about the X's. Check out one of our earlier videos on the 3 X's. By the way, never buy or sell anything is what I say or do on the channel. My name is Frank the Tank. This is Crypto Info Blockchain. What is this? Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy. And I am the tanker as far as I know. And what I'm saying is never buy or sell anything because of what I say or do on the channel, particularly not these three. And whatever you do, don't ever, how dare you, don't you ever play this video back 3 years from now and laugh about how I was flashing these three up and that we took a look at the price of these three. And they were at, let's see, $1.43. Oh, apologies. Oh, boy, apologies for the McAfee laugh. Yeah, 60. I can't even read it because I'm not going to put the glasses on. 16 cents or something for Stellar, for XLM. Hedera will include this as a fourth. 9 cents for Christmas sakes. 9 cents? What are you talking about? Let's see. Where is our beloved Zinfin network, XDC? By the way, don't ever keep an eye on Quant in the 60s right now, $60 range. 3 cents for XDC network. 3 cents, yo. And also, by the way, 700, so 0.007484. I feel like I'm taking the eye exam and I'm failing horribly. Cents for VeChain. Oh my gosh, don't you ever play the video back sometime from now. Please, don't do that. By the way, here's Fiat Leak, which my wife affectionately calls, how dumb. Don't say dumb things live on the air, guy. Sorry. Inner voice. 500,000 XRP traded across these exchanges in the past minute. Holy cripes. I almost passed out from carbon dioxide asphyxiation. Say that word 12 times fast. Now listen, depravity. Hey, look at yesterday, XRP spot ETFs, which they have to, got to say it every time because you got newcomers on, people don't know. The spot ETF, ETF, what's that? It's exchange traded fund. It means it's traded on the market. It means that for newcomers, it means that it's traded by large AUM. It's offered by large AUMs, and you go to like your broker, your Schwab or your Edward Jones or whatever, and you could go ahead and purchase these exchange traded funds, which give you exposure to the asset, but you're not holding the keys. Okay, understand? You're not holding the crypto keys when it comes to these spot ETFs. Okay. Now, I used to work with a guy who used to do that all the time, and he would touch you and he would also hit you when he would talk. But he would do that all the time, be like, you know what I mean? And he would literally do like 3D glasses at you and do you know what I mean? He would almost hit you, and he would also bump you, and he would hit you, and he would touch you all the time. Very strange. Keep your hands to yourself, Italians. All right, now look at what it means is that the AUM, okay, the asset manager. I apologize for saying AUM, assets under management, but the asset manager, like a Bitwise or a Franklin or a Canary or a Grayscale or a Rex Osprey, as listed here, or 21 shares, has to custody. What they do is they custody the asset for you, like the XRP, in a spot ETF, which means, of course, they have to hold it. They have to custody it, keep it in a vault, or someone else has to custody it for them. But they have to tie up and lock up that asset, that XRP. So some folks don't know that. That's how essentially it works. I believe that I was clear enough in that explanation. If I wasn't, I'll explain it further if you'd like. But yesterday, Bitwise brought in a total of 5.09 million capital inflow and locked up 327,000 XRP coins, XRPs, ZERPs. 1.1 billion assets under management so far for XRP spot ETFs, and they are locking up 700. That's weird. All right, 777 million I just thought of about 5 things, and I'm not even going to tell you which one because I think they're all crazy. XRP in vaults locked up 777 million. That's quite a bit. Franklin Templeton brought in 1.53 mil for Franklin yesterday. By the way, the date is here for you, March 12th, Thursday. Last close. Canary Capital's XRPC brought in 1.12 million, locking up 75,000 shares or coins, XRP coins. Grayscale XRP is the name of that puppy. 39,000 XRP locked up, 1 million coming in, capital inflow coming in to the fund. Rex Osprey brought in 679,000 into the fund with 59,000 XRP locked up. And 21 shares Toxer locked up 6.5 thousand XRP, 89K brought into the fund. Now, if you're interested in knowing where you are in the XRP lich wrist, on the XRP lich wrist, you can have fun on the lives. It's such a nice time. We have a great time with it. It's enjoyable. We like to goof and flub our words early in the morning. Now, you think that's really Cliss Rarson's? Is that Cliss Rarson's wallet there? Number 4649? It probably is. Because, stop it, studio, because 300 million XRP. With a snort, and 282 million. Come on, Brito. What are you doing here, guy? You think that's really Arthur Brito? Wallet 56, 57. Look at it. No, look at it. Let's get this done right away. No interruptions. Mine will be the wallets right in a row. They will be 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 60, says Brito. Everybody wait on a network. You ain't put no wallets in between my numbers. They'll be consecutive. Boom, ba boom, ba boom. Fucking 200 million a pop. What in the effing hell? What's going on here? Who's got all this XRP? Look at the Flare Core vault. 5 XRP. Oh, I'm sorry, 120 million locked up in escrow. Oh boy, I hope we're having fun here on the channel. I hope you're understanding where you are on the XRP rich list, because I like to check my spot frequently here, which is wallet number 84. 113 million. No, I wish. That joke has gone stale at this point. You've gone to the well too many times. Let's get to the truth on what the XRP network is from the master, who used to be the CTO, the chief technical officer of Ripple. Let's hear him with this individual, whoever this is. Hold on.
So we started with asking the community for a lot of questions, but I snuck in one of my own just to get started first.
Oh boy.
A topic near and dear to my heart. There's a lot of interest right now around programmability on the XRPL with smart escrows on the native front and the EVM sidechain as well. From your perspective, what's the real unlock here? What kind of use cases do you hope we'll start seeing built?
You know, the XRP Ledger was purpose-built to solve specific financial use cases with the DEX, issued assets.
Hang on, I gotta pause it. I've got a best friend who's a total freaking genius, solves a Rubik's Cube whenever he wants with one hand while he's cooking with the other hand. Hilarious genius. And he looks like Schwartz. And he goes, thanks. He goes, you're so awesome. He goes, you included me in a thumbnail in one of your videos. I saw one of your videos popped up for me the other day. And you had me in your thumbnail. It's cool. Because I had AI do the thumbnail with Schwartz. And he looks like Schwartz. Hilarious. And I love this guy too. Shout out, brother. What? Oh, I think he was kidding. Okay, so he was. I think he jokes a lot. He's so much smarter than me. I think he jokes a lot, my buddy, and I think I miss a lot of them are lost upon me. But anyway, hilarious stuff, dude, my buddy, and he's awesome, by the way. Let's get him on the show.
Escrows, forthcoming loans. I think we'll be able to address the major financial use cases through native transactors that, implement the functionality that people need, like loans will be able to be done that way. But I think that you can only target something like the most valuable, most important sort of 80% of those use cases, which is great. You could little bit more flexibility to hit. I think also there's some very specific use cases that can probably only be done through a little bit of a smart contract. So one example would be trustless bridging or trust minimized bridging. All of the great bridging solutions and interoperability solutions that we're seeing require just a little bit more flexibility than we can get from from smart transactors that don't have, programmability. So I'm hoping that with just a little bit of programmability, we can just get a lot of bang for the buck. And I don't want to turn the XRP Ledger into another, Turing complete Ethereum clone. But I also don't want us to be cut out from functionality that we could have. And so I think we can get a lot of interesting additional use cases that have real world value and still preserve things like, fast transactions, low and predictable transaction fees, and the security and reliability of not doing everything through a smart contract.
I couldn't agree more.
We'll see.
Just a couple of quick points. Hang on. Let's get to now. Just a couple quick points. Let's get to Mr. Let's get to HBAR.
So, Lehman, I'm going to start with a general question for you as well, but in terms of network development, how do you feel about the Hedera network, its services, and its performance this year?
Oh, this is so great. I am just really, really happy. It's not us, it's this team that is amazing in this community. We just passed 14 billion transactions processed, which is mind-boggling to me. We're staying often over 1,000 a second. I think right now it's at 687 per second. It's just mind-boggling how fast this is happening. We continue to add council members and new nodes. We continue to add features, and this community keeps building such cool things on top of it. It's just immensely exciting.
Yeah, it's been a blast. So, Mance, it really has been an amazing ride over the past 5 years. What are you most proud of, and what would you have changed over this first half decade?
Well, that's interesting. So, there are a lot of things to be proud of. But immediately what comes to mind are really two things. One is the community. I mean, when you start a project like this, you never know if you can build a community at all, number one. And then if you can you maintain sort of a healthy environment in the community for the long term? And our community stands out in that way. I mean, I'm always reading.
All right. Well, I guess we're not going to listen to that. Huh. What can't you hear? Can't hear the volume on those, huh? All right. We'll have to scrap those. But anyway, discussing the differences further from the horse's mouths on XRP and HBAR, the differences. Let's get to some comments. Apologies that you can't hear the video, Mrs. Loopy. My apologies. Good morning, Arden, Mardstar, Loopy, and everybody. Volume issues, huh? All right. Well, can you hear me now? They just weren't hearing the video? Right. Here, let's hear. Let's hear. Yeah, we're coming in great. All right, well, anyway, apologize you couldn't hear the videos, but I don't understand why. But I have a feeling it's my share screen and my audio connected to Streamlabs. It is what it is. But anyway, why don't you drop in the comments what your favorite is, since I usually don't ask. Drop a 1 in the comments for blah, 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 blah. No, how about you just now use the comments for what I'm asking you to use it for and tell me which you prefer. If you had to choose one, I love both. That's easy. Not permitted to use both. You've got to drop in the comment which one you would choose if you were stuck on a deserted island with your laptop and a Wi-Fi tower. What would you use? Can only have one. Only one. Would it be HBAR or... Which would it be? Somebody's got to tell me, because Bitcoin's a piece of garbage. I just saw William come in and say, Bitcoin's trash. All right, now look at. Wait, hang on. I hope we're having fun here on the channel. This is Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. The lives are meant to be free and free flowing, and well, not that free flowing now. Come on. Keep your trousers tight there, kid. Now, it's meant to be fun and action-packed. If you're catching the analogies. Come on now, have some fun. Bitcoin's a piece of trash. Understand the truth. I don't care what the fucking price is. A piece of trash. Not supposed to be cussing on the channel, so I make my mouth sound like we have a bleep, and I just stop the swear like saying, and you know what I said, but the algorithm doesn't. Oh, we like HBAR, says Loopy. You can't have both, Mike. I says you can't have both. You've got to choose one or the other. I know I'm in the same boat. I can't choose. I simply just can't choose. In fact, I got two others that I can't let go of, and that would be never buy or sell anything because of what I say or do on the channel, because I am not a financial advisor. This information is always, ever only for informational educational purposes only, and a little bit of entertainment. Oh, Monster, you're not allowed to have both. Imagine if somebody told you could only have XRP or HBAR. You couldn't own both. Dude, people who know what they're doing in the crypto space will flip out on you like a freaking tiger. Be like, what do you mean? What do you mean I can't have both? I'm always going to have both. Now, if you had to choose, what would you choose? William is saying XRP all the way. Now, look at. Don't make me go CEO on everybody now. Now, hang on. Now, listen. Don't answer XRP. I'm not saying you're doing this, but don't answer XRP, please. Don't let me steer you because the channel is XRP centric. You know? William says Teetcoin is going to make me more money than BTC ever will, and I bet you are right. I don't know, but I'm laughing my hand up. I loved it. I love this. It's so fun for me. All these, not you, Mike, or William, but all these knuckleheads in the space that, they make a lot of money. Fartcoin and all these things. Come on, have a blast. Make the money. Who cares? Do or don't. I'm not a financial advisor. I've got, what, how many meme coins? 7? Kokuino, Mudang, Do, Shiba, blah, blah, blah. You know, what? I don't know. There's a bunch, yeah. SL, well, Smooth Love Potion's not necessarily a meme. It actually has a function. That's the breeding token to create a new, to breed a new character for Axie Infinity. But that's a little bit different, but actually has a purpose. Yeah, Shiba. All right, so Mike says, if only one, then, excuse me, if only one, then HBAR. Bigger return on investment because I have a lot more. Well, then there you go. Mike has spoken. Thank you. Thank you, William, for your comment. And we like you too. Why? Because you guys are cool and you sit there and respond thoughtfully in the comments. And unless you have something good, don't say anything funny. And Art Cafe and I see you. We're able to read. This is hilarious. What's that? Oh, Marchster was saying things in the comments as well. I'm missing comments. Oh, boy. What did she say? The ETFs. Okay. Sorry, Marchster. I missed you in the comments there, buddy. Oh, both heavy. What did she want to know? Oh, buying ETFs for someone. I don't have that. See, that's why I don't have that comment. That's interesting. It doesn't pop up for me. Thanks, Studio. So Studio says that somebody's asking about buying ETFs for someone else. Is that what the question is? What's the question? For people who just don't understand the whole crypto space, it just disappeared on me. I don't know why. Would you pull that back up again, please, Studio? And just read that to me, Studio. Studio's going to read it. Hang on. Read it. Sorry about the confusion. When that happens, Studio, please just read us the comment. Go ahead. Okay, now I understand your question. Who asked that? Oh, Marchster. Good question, Marchster. Thank you for asking. ETFs can be a good, not your keys, not your crypto. That's my opinion. ETFs, I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't like them. I don't like them. I never did and never will. That's my opinion. Now, for people who aren't going to try to understand the keys and the wallets and and all the cold storage and everything else, yeah, go. Caleb Brown tends to be a good solution, in my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. Caleb Brown uses Fireblock's institutional grade custody, which is a very powerful security layer vault that it's being held in, protecting against hacking like you ain't never seen. It's institutional grade protection. It doesn't mean that it's foolproof, but it does give the availability and the versatility and the flexibility and the quick movement, like the taker of a hot wallet. Okay, so it offers the ability of being very quick and allowing to set up target sell orders and things like this, which never financial advice, but we have done here on the channel. Why do we do that? We do that because when I'm out licking an ice cream cone somewhere down this summer somewhere at my local ice cream joint, I'm going to sit there and go, now, wait a minute. Why is everybody left the ice cream line? It's hotter than balls out here. Now, what's going on? It's 120 degrees and everybody just left the ice cream. Oh, crypto's having a crazy bull run. Well, that's nice because I already have all my orders set. So I'm going to just stay here and just enjoy my ice cream cone. See what I mean? I suggest you do whatever you want because I'm not a financial advisor. What do I like to do? I like to, if I can't keep it on cold storage, I don't like to just keep it on something like a Kraken or something like this. I like to get it on Fireblock's institutional grade custody, something a little more protected. Some of these actually do use, I think, what does Uphold use? And Uphold supposedly is not an exchange, but they're a broker, the way that they hold for you and so forth. They're actually classified, I guess, as a broker. I don't know. If you're a broker, how come you're not giving me, the availability to take out $700,000 per day or per transaction the way that Caleb will allow you to do? See what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like a broker's a broker's a broker. And your best bet is to not I don't know. I can't tell you. Can't tell you what your best bet is. You've got to do what you got to do. I got to get back to comments. Some folks think that at least having exposure to the price action is the part you actually don't want to miss out on, and that's all they really care about, and that's what you can get with the ETF. It means you're not holding the keys, not your keys, not your crypto. They are. They're custodying the XRP for you. They're holding the XRP. You are not. However, you still get access to the price action, so it's up to you. All right, let me get to these comments here. Let's see. William, just because you have more than one, the other doesn't mean bigger ROI. Well, it can. It depends. I guess it just depends which one runs more and how much you got of each and what that relationship is, what that proportion is, really. But yeah, nice point, William. I mean, I know what you're trying to say there. Art Caffeine chiming in. Tanker, with everything being tokenized on an HBAR, when all assets are done, what do you guess HBAR's price is going to be? And just so you know what Art Caffeine is asking, because Art Caffeine knows his stuff in the crypto space, so know that because I've talked to Art Caffeine. And I will and thanks for your question, Art. And here's the thing. What some folks may not understand, I'll answer your question in a second. Everything can be tokenized on HBAR and everything can be tokenized on the Ledger and everything can be, you see what I mean? I think everything's going to be tokenized on VeChain, pretty sure. I think that these chains are going to tokenize everything, each of the chains. So that they can dip and pull and pluck and and we're going to offer you this and that, at lightning speed. In fact, it's going to be kind of weird and dangerous because you're going to freaking go down your street and on your phone, you're going to be like, all right, now I'm almost home. Now look at, I got so much equity in my house. Let me go ahead and pull a little. Oh, wow. Let me make this move on this trade here. I'm going to pull 50K equity out of my house and pull this trade move. And before you know it, you got no house left because it's so easy to just pull your phone out and just pull equity. Everything's tokenized. Yeah, you ever stop thinking about that? The availability of how easy it is to just start playing with your assets and things because it's so simple on your phone and fast. And before you know it, somebody's doing what I just said. Boy, I don't know. Answer your question, I think it could send us to an HBAR price of... I'm trying to think about HBAR's tokenomics too. I would say, generally speaking, because it will, of course, suffer from a thin liquidity situation as well, and a thin float and some supply shock, some unbelievable demand on it with not as much supply as the liquidity would like. So, yeah. In my opinion, I think HBAR could go easily to, once everything's on there, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Studio just asked what the all-time high is, and my answer is no offense. I don't give a shit. Doesn't matter. Price doesn't matter. Who cares? Price discovery hasn't seen it. Price discovery is price discovery is price discovery. Don't matter. I don't give a crap about it. That's the past. Nah. We deal with new fib sequences. I'm going to say about probably $5,000 or so, $3,000 we'll hit with HBAR. We could go higher. I'll get to comments, but I saw Canton real quick as a question mark. Not sure on Canton. Could easily go to 500 or $1,000. That's the layer that's basically the private layer for this whole thing that the banks will use and other large institutions will use for the transactions that can't be shown to the world. You know, it's going to put these transactions on the blockchain, but they still have to be accounted for. It can't be effed with. We don't want them to be effed with, and we want them to be secure and solid and safe from human intervention and tampering. So it gets put on Canton. And there's more to Canton, but please see the truth of these things. Canton's going to replace the ledger. What are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, let's keep going. Mrs. Loopy asks, thanks, Marchster. Love this tanker family. And Mrs. Loopy, we also love you, my good dear. You guys better get to Vegas. You better get to XRP Las Vegas. We'll be there April. We'll get back to Josh. Hang on. We will get, thanks, studio. We'll be in XRP Las Vegas April 30th and May 1st. Please join us. I know we have quite a few from the community that I've already mentioned. They're going to join us. I would love to meet each and every one of you in person to say hello and give you a big hug in person. Art. Mike asks, Art, I lead everyone in regard to tokenization. Yes, they do. Yeah, I know, Mike, and I know HBAR is a monster. Just watch what's coming with HBAR. Look at the price on HBAR. Not a financial advisor. Thanks for answering ETF question. Tanker says, Monster, you're welcome. Josh asks, Josh, welcome in. No XRP, no HBAR. XDC and XLM all the way, baby. Nice. All right, so I love that we have our groups in here that love the four. I got to get our HBAR tag up here, our HBAR. I love never financial advice, never buy or sell anything. What I say or do in the channel is not financial advice. Mark Sager, I know he's coming XRP Las Vegas, baby. We're going to see you there, brother. Mark chimes in. Welcome in, dude. Mark says right now you could buy more HBAR than XRP for the same 100 very true. If the market surges as expected, HBAR should give you the better return. I am going to have to tell everybody that in the comments we have, not an argument, we have a little discussion going on here. And Mark chimes in with that comment. I am going to say that, oh gosh, it's such a tough one, man, because XRP has the ability to shoot like we know. Dude, XRP is gonna shoot higher than my freaking blood pressure when I have a conniption like that. I am telling you that you ain't never seen. You ain't never seen. There's going to be a candle that comes directly from the God, a God candle that you ain't never seen on XRP. There's going to see something similar on HBAR. We already have. Come back to the, come on. How long do you want the freaking episode to be? It's already 35 minutes in. All right. Ian, thank you for commenting. Both dummy wow. Don't know really what you mean. But I hope it was a positive comment. Oh, both. Okay. William says, if you hold XRP, if you hold 10 XRP and it goes to $1,000, you have 500. We're still doing this. We're doing this. And you hold 500 HBAR, it goes to $5, which has, you guys are awesome. No, you guys are awesome. Which is bigger, Ara? Oh, you guys are great. I love it. You guys are great in the comments. Cordell asks about Canton. I've given you that because I saw you earlier. Thanks for your comment. Why not both? Asks Stuart. Good question. Why not all four? Where's my fourth HBAR little coin? Why not all four? The tanker asks, because I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice, and you better not buy or sell anything what I start doing the channel, because I'm information on your personal zone, even though I'm starting to flashing some bitches up on the screen for 2 minutes. Oh, good gracious Lord, Christmas sakes almighty of heaven and earth. Curry says, I invest in XRP, but got in too late. So I have way more Canton XRP. Hey, now look at it. Curry, welcome to the channel this morning. Thanks for your comment. I cannot. Oh gosh, I'm having conniptions left and right because I'm just thinking about the future prices of XRP, LXLM, XRP, XDC, HBAR, Canton, IOTA, Algo. Oh God, oh, gracious, long V-chain. Oh boy. Oh. What's going to happen? Okay, so my wife asked me, like, what do you, because I run another business, my wife asked, what are you going to do with your business when the bull run happens with crypto this time around? You're running the channel. What in the hell are you going to do? What are you going to do? And I'm thinking, please don't stress me out before this stuff even ever happens. Because the bull run we had last time made nothing. I know what's going on. Everybody else is coming in now. We only had an influx of just some. Came into crypto, the adoption. Oh, let me find about this crypto thing. No, you ain't seen crap. It's about to be insane. A la tech influx back in 99 when the Telecom Act was passed just after. It ain't going to be right with the Clarity. Please stop being silly. Everything's not going to the moon right after Clarity Act gets passed. Don't be dumb. Please. It's going to take a little bit of time after that. Use your heads. Don't be like dumb money. Institutional thinking knows that it will take time after the Clarity Act passes. Yeah, we'll get a nice pump, a nice Trump pump thing. That's awesome, okay? Great. But you ain't going to get no extended crypto bull run super cycle until it then trades down and sideways for a little bit. And then it will go. Why? Because the decoupling didn't happen yet, and it won't happen. It's not going to happen right away. Regulation is going to come in, then the decoupling for Bitcoin and all the real world use case ISOs are all going to go to the moon right away. No, that's also dumb money thinking. You know that's not how it works. It takes time. It takes the time for regulation to happen. It takes the time for Bitcoin whales who have all the connections with all the big money players on the planet who go, oh, crap. Hey, Tommy, anything you can do about slowing down that crypto market? I got to get in. I didn't realize this was actually a thing. Just like the senators and Congress people, all these other wealthy individuals on the planet who are connected to Bitcoin whales. When someone's built a Bitcoin whale is going to go, yep, you know what? Let's whip this son of a bitch around for a little bit longer, this crypto market. No, do not let those real world use case coins run yet. Let them stay tethered to us and get whipped around like a wet Bitcoin for a little while longer so they can buy, with a buy. And then once all that happens for long enough, because I know how the world works, because I'm like smart money. I'm not like dumb money. I think like institutional money. That's what happens. So then after all that time and that months happen, suck it up, buttercup, tough. It's going to take that long. Yes. Don't be dumb money. Be smart money. And it takes that long after. You know I spit the truth. This is how it always plays. And just when you thought it was, when they passed the Clarity Act now, and they did all this, I guess you guys were all wrong about the crypto. Just about all that time is when it pops like the way it did with 99 and the Telecom Act being passed after it was passed. It took a little time. Hey, pay attention to the way the world works. You know why? How come I know all that stuff? Because I'm old. Well, if you're old, then you better keep your glasses on because you can't see no comments, son. It ain't easy being cheesy. See, when you see the truth of the existences, it gets very tiring. That you got to have a nice resolve and a nice patience level and a nice level of grace. Just stick with it, guy. You can do it. Come on. We got this thing. Anyway, let's keep going here. What do we think about, let's get back to these comments here. Stuart, one out both. I know, it's so funny. And let's not forget about Flare. Nice point, CS. Let's not forget about Flare. What about XRP, bro? Machines says, what about XRP? New listener here. What about XRP? Wait. What's your question? Well, welcome to the channel, by the way, bro. New listener. I'm just going to call you bro. Welcome in, bro. What's your question? When you ask, what about XRP? Elaborate, please. What did you mean? Yeah, Stuart, what's up, dude? We haven't seen you in a little bit. How you doing? Mark and Art, you guys better be you better be joining me in Vegas. We better see as many people as possible in Vegas. Let's get Studio a mic. It would be even fun. Yeah, let's get Studio a mic. No kidding, dude. Studio needs a mic. We need Studio at least off to the side with a mic. Why don't we do that? That's what we should do. Guys, welcome to Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. Old guy trying to cover crypto. Hilarious. Old guy covering crypto. Guess what? Old guy knows. Guess what the old guy knows? Old guy knows that Bitcoin be whipping the whole crypto market around like a little wet Bitcoin. See that thing? It's whipping the whole market around like a wet Bitcoin, like this. Whipping them all over the place like this, like a fucking wet dish rag, and we're all about sick of it, but it's going to happen. And you know why? You know how? Because here's the thing. If you went to the Wharton School of Business and you asked them, would you please analyze a store of value and tell me what that actually looks like? Because I hear the Bitcoin community and Michael Saylor and all these folks saying that Bitcoin is this great store of value. Well, you can't just take Grandpappy's freaking leather satchel and toss a bunch of gold coins in there and be like, this is my store of value. Yeah, you're storing some value in there, but that's not the economic definition of a store of value. Wake the F up. Wharton School of Business is going to tell you it's got to be highly portable. It's got to be highly portable and divisible. Well, congratulations, Bitcoin. You win on that. Great. But you're not scarce in the economic definition of scarcity. You're not burned. You're 21 million, while a small amount in the eyes, compared to the other cryptos holding billions and things like this, but having billions in circulation, I understand. But they don't disappear. See, you're not scarce. You use them in a transaction if you ever even use it in a transaction, which you don't, and you don't. You're not using Bitcoin for transactions. Go try to find, you can find Bitcoin kiosks where you buy Bitcoin at these gas stations and things, but Bitcoin is not accepted. Go try to find Bitcoin accepted anywhere in Colorado. I dare you. You can't. There might be one vendor or two somewhere. I'm not kidding. Guys, I'm not kidding. I've tried and I've looked and I've searched and I've searched. It's not offered. It's not a payment coin. Wake up, please. It is also not durable without upholding a fragile global infrastructure. It just can't. Not there's any other crypto, really, if you actually look at it. I mean, look at the network. It goes, okay, we have a solar flare. Yeah, we have a solar flare. That happens, that's large enough. A CME, a coronal mass ejection event, like Carrington event or something like this. I forget about it. Come on, wake up. People, good God, you seem smarter than this man. No, it's not about Bitcoin. I'm sorry, it is not about Bitcoin. It is not a store of value according to the Wharton School of Business at all. It is not a store of value. It's just not. It also, to be a store of value, you've got to remain correlated with the cost of goods and services. And Bitcoin does not do that over multiple economic cycles. And Bitcoin does not satisfy that. Now, does it? Because it grossly outperforms the cost of goods and services. So you get a fail there too. You are not a store of value. Stop trying to lie. It is a lie because I know that, well, maybe it's not a lie. Maybe these people who are such large money people who say Bitcoin is a great store of value are maybe truly, this is maybe lost upon them, that they truly do not understand what a store of value is. With their expanse of financial knowledge and expertise, they do not truly know what a store of value actually is. And they're not lying or anything. They just don't know what it is. They're not misleading you. They just actually don't know what it is. That they're this intelligent and this wise that they don't know. It's got to be stable across multiple. Yeah. So goodbye, Bitcoin. Will you get your ass out of here, Bitcoin? You soon are going to be gone, and I'll be happy. Anyway, let's get back to these comments. Cordell says, make so much money that I can see a wild elephant. Do you have... Oh my God. Dude, this is why the comment section, you got to be fast. You got to be fast because I almost read things in there. Careful now, I can't say certain things. Oh boy, Cardell. Oh boy. I apologize. I'm reading comments that I can't say out loud because of the algorithm. Between Stuart and Art, and I'm laughing my ever-loving ass off. I just can't do it anyway. Hilarious. Husker, I do like Bitcoin. Been buying it since it was a thought. Well, now look at. Take everything back if you've been buying Bitcoin since it was $1,000. You know what I mean? Because that's a different situation. But he says that XRP is where it's at. Now look at. You got to understand, everybody. I own both. Okay, full transparency. I own Bitcoin. I own Ethereum. I'm going to run, you get a lot of newcomers. I'm going to run it real quick. I'm going to run it so flipping fast, though. Watch, I'll run it. Run it fast, though, okay? We have approximately 17, I guess I'll call them kind of like DeFi, like 5 metaverse, 5 kind of security supply chains, about 7 memes, 8 memes, about 8 metaverse. The ISOs, all of them, 8, 9 ISOs. You got Flare on there as well, don't forget. But let me run through them super fast because we got a lot of newcomers in here. Here's what the tanker is holding. XRP, Zilliqa, Digibyte, BAT, OXT, ADA, Doge, Atom, UPC02, Bitcoin, Ethereum, EOS, VET, VeChain, Harmony One, RAV, Algo, Matic, DNT, AMP, that's on the Flexa network, LRC, that's Loopring, Sand, Link, Engine, CeeLo, Mana, Anchor, Sol, obviously Solana, Smooth Love Potion, SLP, HBAR, XDC, Casper, XLM, Quant. Casper's not dead. Please go do research on Casper. Not a financial advisor. Casper Labs isn't dead just because Prove AI went over to HBAR. Don't get fooled, please. Casper Labs isn't going nowhere. Anyway, you're not a financial advisor, not financial advice. XLM, Quant, Uni, Shiba, Energy Web Token, Kokyu Inu, Moodang, Tars AI, Fetch AI, Floki. Did I mention Flare? ICP, Orbs, Brain Trust, and a few others. So that's the tanker. Now, those were all purchased as soon as they were available to the world, to the market, essentially speaking, except for XRP and a few others. Average purchase price somewhere around 40 cents or so with that puppy, but the others purchased way in the F back, way back before we any of us knew, except for this one, what ISOs were, and I'm not trying to offend anybody. So about 6 months before ISOs were ever mentioned on the internet, that was me who sat down on my couch with my third eye turned down and bought them. And my wife says, "Why'd you buy those?" And I said, "I don't know. It told me to." And so I did. And then all of a sudden, 6 months later, 7 months later, all my YouTube people all started talking about ISOs. And I said, "Oh, I guess it was right, because this is a thing." So anyway, you can only have the, well, I'm not going to quote it. You can only hold tight if you've bought right. And you've got to also be able to ride out the peregrinations of the market now, don't you? The Capper Sheen, is that how I say your handle there? That's interesting. Welcome to the channel. One knows nothing if you have to ask which one to buy. Okay, well, that's an interesting opinion. Love the energy, says bro. You're welcome. Love you guys joining us on the channel and giving the comments. If you had Tree Grand, what coins would you put it into? Josh asks. I can answer it because I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice, and you asked me what I would do. Such a tough call. $3,000. I don't know. I might split it between those four. XRP, XLM, XDC, and HBAR. I might split them between those four. It's tough, though, because there are some other major ROI potentials that could be larger than those four, at least at the beginning, but not long-term time horizon, if that makes sense to you, someone who understands investing. Grasshopper asks, Grasshopper Records, what do you do there? We like the music here on The Tanker Likes the Music. I got a bunch of guitars hanging out on my way out to the studio here. Out in my room here on the way out. I took my walk out to the studio. It's connected to the abode here. And yeah, what's the deal, man? What kind of studio? We like the music. We like to play a little guitar here and there. Very poorly, I might add, but we have fun with it. Sounds good to me. Hey, Stu, how you been? It's been a while. AKA Hippie 17 Waves. Hand down to Australia. Well, right on. I'm glad you guys know each other. That's cool. That's cool, man. Glad to facilitate a little platform where you guys can yappa with each other. Good morning, Admiral. How are you, my good sir, this morning? Grasshopper. What up? Marster, the cappuccino. People need, I don't know how to say that name. I don't want to embarrass myself further. People need to learn, start somewhere, just like you did. So glad people are knowing how to ask. I know, I agree, Marster. I'm so glad that these people are learning. And some folks, of course, know so much about crypto. You got people in this channel right now in the comment section, in the chat section, that I would venture to guess know more about crypto than the tanker does, which I love. That's why you're here. We learn from each other and surround yourself by people who are better than you. We have no place for egos, a little knucklehead. That was talking to myself. My question was asked when you talking about price predictions, bros saying, "Oh, gotcha. Oh, gotcha. You know, I don't know, man. I get so much crap in the comments about price predictions. People, more negative comments in the videos, I will tell you. They come from the videos where I'm giving a price prediction and people go, "How do you know, you big dumb? You don't know. Well, I guess you've been wrong so far. Well, I guess you don't know what you're talking about because look at its price." Blah, 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 blah. So I'm about sick of that. I mean, I don't know. Price prediction. What kind of time horizon? You know what I mean? Like, give me 30 years. In 30 years, this stuff's going to be to the moon. How about that? You patient enough? Chico Blanco. Why wouldn't we have both? I've just been stockpiling the main ISO to, well, guess who's going to be rich as fuck? Can't say that we're on the channel, but Chico Blanco, guess who's about to be rich as fuck? In my opinion, you, if you cash out right. Husker says, I have to do utility tokens, things that solve issues I like. Guess what? Thank you, Husker, for commenting. And guess who else likes it? The guys who have the trillions of dollars in their freaking pocketbook, all the institutional players, they like it too. They just need regulations and they can't do shit until they get it. And once they get it, after some time, this stuff's about to go to the moon. To the moon, Alice. You don't even know. The world doesn't even know. You don't even know. Stuart says price predictions and the timing is pointless to guess. This is what I'm trying to say. This is what Stuart's saying. This is what I'm saying. This is what everybody's saying. So sit tight and hodl and get some fucking popcorn and just chill like a bill, yo. Put a baseball cap on backwards if you want to. It don't matter, but grab that popcorn and wait and be patient. Only the patient survive. Only, look at, what do you, okay. I am not a fan of Warren Buffett, personally. Why? Because I'm very opinionated. I'm very judgmental at times. And I feel like he jumped on the gold thing and the oil thing, and that was his thing, and he's, screw the little guy, and I am the little guy, but I'm going to figure out how to make money when I'm in high school and then college and start businesses and crush it and buy up Benjamin Moore and... Oh, I am not going to go further on that. Knowing about painting and paints and knowing when Berkshire Hathaway bought Ben Moore, and what I'm not going to go on to that. I could get in trouble, but I really could. I'm not a fan because I'm very judgmental. So I'm sorry, Warren Buffett, but I do like a lot of things he says. If you don't figure out how to make money while you're asleep, you will work for the rest of your life. Yes, I agree. The market transfers money from the impatient to the patient. Yes, Warren, I agree. You got to buy the blood in the streets. I agree. I don't particularly like that guy, though. And that's me. I have a right to say it. All right? That's me. All right? But he's a brilliant investor over time. He's chosen a track, which is the gold and money track. We are new, different types of investors. The AI, crypto, robotic kind of blockchain and robotic investors of the world. And what I say to put a cap on that is, good for you, Warren Buffett. But if Warren Buffett has taught anybody anything, what Stuart is saying here is grab your freaking popcorn and be patient. Wait. Because once the show starts, you can't get up and go pop the popcorn. Go get it now. You got to get your popcorn ready now. I hope you understand. Admiral says worked 8 hours overnight at second job. Just started working. First for the next hours. XRP to the moon soon. Admiral, you're not the only one in this boat. And I was telling the wife this morning, there are those who are successful in the end. And if we look back at the honesty of their track and their decisions and their schedule and what they chose to do, what Admiral is saying, second job going to do this, putting in, because you got to hold that XRP now. And you got to wait and you got to put in the time. Chasing that green dollar, making sure bills are paid and everything's satisfied. Until XRP finally kicks and some of these others. Okay. I understand we have to do. It's never financial advice, but one of what Bogle was saying, the creator of the Vanguard Fund, the guy in the famous interview that I play all the time, who's saying, you've got to, in order to hold tight, you've got to have bought right. You have to have bought right way back in the beginning with just a little bit of money and got massive shares that all of a sudden went up in price later for you so much, but you got to have the ability to ride out the peregrinations and the ups and downs of the market, is what he says too. Based on a certain income flow and what your bills are and so forth and what your monthly outflow is and things. He's literally saying in the interview, I've played 1,000,000 times, and all of this comes into play, and you know that. So if it means that you can't touch your crypto, tough noogies, go get the second job, and that's what Admiral's doing. I know that's what you're doing. We do what we have to do until this thing kicks in. Those are the people in the end that win. Those are the ones in the end, like Musk or whatever, that sleep on the floor of the office, whatever, until they win. We do what must be done until we win. Marnster says, totally agree. Everyone's saying it's going to be this is going to be that, and it's going to happen this time and that time, and get ready for this and that, and it's coming. You just know, get ready for it, and it's coming, is what Marnster says. Agree. Yes, could be 30 years. I don't think it will be that long. Oscar says, ain't going to be no 30 years, Smart. It better be less than 30 years, man. Let's see. Monster, yep. Think tsunami. But what? But dark first, then light. It's exciting times. For sure. No question about it, you guys. Thank you for subscribing, Mr. Husker. And thank you, everybody, for joining us on the channel this morning and all of your comments. Josh, thank you so much for your comment again. Take care. Are you a fan of the XRP network, of the XRPL? It's a promising ISO 20022 token. So XRP is the coin that runs on the primarily XRP Ledger, which is an open source ledger. And it speaks the language of ISO 20022 messaging, does XRP. So just to kind of clarify. But yes, I am a huge fan of the XRP network and the ledger. And please check some of my videos and you will see some massive, if you're in the crypto space, you have to say massive technical breakdowns on tech stacks and so on and so forth. Please check our videos out. You will not be disappointed, I don't believe. Admiral, keep it going. It won't be long, but Stuart. But keep the incoming. Yeah, you got to keep the income going, says Stuart. It's true, man. We got to do what we got to do for this time. And hats off to you, Admiral, and me and everybody else, and Stuart and Marnster and Grasshopper and Damon and everybody who comes into the channel. Everybody. I'm going to name you all in a second. XRP. Damon says XRP HBAR. Then keep quiet. Celebrate in silence. Okay, rock on, brother. Love it. Grasshopper Records says cut back on food last week, few years. Traded. Yup. Me too. Been cutting back. Oh my God, dude. If you realize how much you spend on eating out, on buying this small thing, that small thing, driving here or there when you didn't need to, and saving the gas and everything and all the savings, you'll literally see that you can stretch your dollar for your monthly bills for a lot of things you can, except for the fixed costs, like a good deal. And put a lot into crypto, by the way. That's not financial advice. I literally stopped buying things for my company going, wait a minute, I already have 3 of those. I'm not buying another one. That money, literally, I can buy. I figured out in my calculator, I'm like, I literally can buy 100 XRP for that. F that, I'm not doing it. And I would buy the XRP instead. I'm not kidding. Where is your focus and your intention? Everybody's paying attention. What are we paying attention to? That's my question always. Buy XRP and keep quiet. And HBAR says, damn it. Okay, awesome. Love it. What are your thoughts on XDC? XDC is a crusher coming out on the Zinfin network out of Singapore. I had somebody arguing with me in the comments saying it's out of China. No, it's out of Singapore. And XDC is a great, they're digitizing trade finance. So basically about 3 years ago or so, the King of England said, hey, you know what? Everything was on paper, but now the monstrous hub of all these, all the shipping containers, all these boats and everything, the hub is in London. So the King of England said, you know what? We're going to digitize trade finance. Now it was all done on paper. Now we're going to go ahead and put it on blockchain. Everybody who wants to go ahead and on the XDC network and go to put it on Zinfin network, go ahead and do that. Now ships coming into port can drop off containers, boom, and they can get paid quickly. They don't have to wait weeks and months or 2 weeks or whatever to get paid. Also, they have these things called ships of lading, which is basically their papers and things that they use, to show the what they're dropping off and who gets paid and what they've shipped and so on and so forth. And now all of that put on the XDC network. Not all of that, but portions of that. The more that gets put in the XDC network, the higher the flow. XDC makes it all work like a UFO. Essentially. Also, digitizing all the United States patents, all of them are going on the XDC network as well. So digitizing the millions per year of U.S. patents, United States patents that are filed, all going on the XDC network. XDC is an absolute crusher tech stack wise. Go check out its tech stack. Some people don't like its tokenomics. Tough noogies. Go check out XDC. I've just given you a very quick breakdown. As you can see, I love the old XDC. Oh boy, do I love that one. Couldn't tell you. Not going to tell you how many XDC. Couldn't tell you. Just know that the tanker is not going to be wanting for anything. Thank you, says Admiral. Admiral, I hope you have a good day. Have a great day at work. And you're welcome. Bro says, what would be a minimum bag size to try to accumulate for... Guessing you're asking about XRP. I don't know, guys. I mean, I like bag sizes of XRP about 80,000, 100,000. I like XLM bags, 200K or so, XDC, you want to be somewhere, I think maybe 300,000 range of XDC, These are the numbers I like. I don't know. I don't know what kind of ball you guys are playing. These are numbers that I like people to see people hit. I'm not a financial advisor. I could never give anybody financial advice. You're asking me what a nice bag is in my eyes. I like 300,000 XDC. I like about 280,000 Casper, 250,000 Casper or so. I like about maybe 150, 180,000 XLM or so, maybe 80, 100,000 XRP. HBAR, I like maybe about 200, 250,000 HBAR. These are the numbers I like. You guys do whatever the hell you want. Anyway, I hope you have a great day, and I hope you enjoy it. We're going to head and hop off. XDC, Grasshopper says XDC Ledger equals Ledger Forb. What's the birth of a ship's stocks, trains, and planes? Hang on, I got to figure out what you're saying here. Oh, God, I'm terrible with the quick, gosh. I'm too old. XDC equals Ledger for what's in the... Yeah. I think you're saying that you get it, that you understand it. We are about to crush it with crypto. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Please tap like and subscribe. Please join us. Please have a great weekend, by the way. I hope you do something fun. Now, look, if you're working like crypto, like Admiral is and some of the others, who are working a second job in order to hang on to your crypto and not go cashing out, especially not during these times. I'm not a financial advisor. Never financial advice. We don't cash out when everything's low. What the heck you doing? Anyway, not a financial advisor. This is for informational entertainment purposes only. I hope you tap like. I hope you tap subscribe. I hope you join the channel here. I hope you share us with your friends and family if you think our information is interesting enough and can perhaps persuade somebody who's not seeing the light. We're all paying attention. What the F you paying attention to? Paying attention to crypto? I don't know. Have a good weekend. We'll see you Monday morning, 7 a.m. Colorado time. Thanks for joining us on Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with the Tanker. Please tap like and subscribe. Helps us a great deal. Have a great one, guys. I love you all, and I think you know that. Don't forget to let the people know about that, Tank. That's how I feel deep in my heart. No homo, all bro. I love you guys, and I think you're fantastic. Have a great one. I'll see you Monday morning. Later.